Hey everyone, Michael here with another video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to export data from an Excel table into a SharePoint list. If you like Power Automate, Power Apps, SharePoint, and Teams videos, feel free to subscribe because I'll be putting out tutorials in the future about these software. Alright, so first things first is we need a SharePoint list to match our Excel data. And the Excel file is going to need to be stored in a SharePoint document library. So for my file, I just have some sample data from the about my employees that non-exist. So I have 6 rows of data, 5 column names. So to export this data, we need every single column to be matched to the SharePoint list. So let's go ahead. I created a employee data list already, which has no data, no columns. So I will actually go ahead and rename these. First name, and the column headers don't need a match, but I assume they're going to be pretty similar to which column headers are in the Excel document. We got first name, last name, job title, and the next one was start date. So I'm making this a date field just to have some variety besides single line of text, and the last one's going to be a number with the salary. So this one's going to have a $sign. All right, so it looks like our list is ready to go. Our Excel document is ready to go. You just want to make sure the data in your Excel table is in the table. So all my data is in the table 1 table, and you'll need that so the list knows where to grab, the Power Automate knows where to grab the rows from. And also just a side note, make sure your connector, your files are XLSX or XLXB format, or else you won't be able to use the Excel connectors. So mine is actually an XLSX. All right, so we got both of these done. Let's go into Power Automate and we will create the flow. It's going to be an instant cloud flow. It's not going to be a schedule flow because if you try doing this with the schedule flow, unless you have it to where it doesn't create new rows if the previous data already exist, maybe I'll make a video on that. But yeah, you can just end up with duplicate rows if you do that. So we're doing an instant cloud flow. And I'll name it Excel data to SharePoint. Create. All right, so the first step in this flow is actually going to be list rows present in table. For my location, and this is why you want your Excel file to be in a SharePoint document library, because it's going to ask you for a location in a document library. So the file, employees, then table, it's going to look in this file and grab all the table names. Mine's table 1. And so we actually need to get the output from this action so we can parse JSON in the next action. I'll just run a quick test on this. It's going to ask me to connect with my Excel connector, which is fine. All right, so it ran successfully. I'm going to click to download. I'm going to Control A, Control C list to copy it. And it has a bunch of data that I don't need, so I'm actually going to work with the schema to make it a schema that I actually want to work with. So parse JSON. And I'm grabbing this content from the value. So it's a list of items, list rows present in table. In the schema, I'm going to generate from sample. You're just pasting this data and click on done. So it actually has a bunch of information, which I'll drag in my Notepad++. All right. So as you can see, this is the data that I actually want. It's this array right here. I really don't want anything else besides this. So it's going to be the value I'm looking for. All this other data I don't really need, so I'm just going to remove it. And actually, you can get an error if you don't format this correctly. So I will remove this value just so the curly brace with my type is an array type. Then it will list the items, and this will be the column headers. So you got the file first name, last name, job title, start date, salary. And I recommend you do this in Notepad++ because it will actually line up the parentheses of how many you need. As you can see, the red matches the red up here. And you can do this in the schema. It will tell you if you make a mistake. So if I remove this curly bracket, it will show in red error right here. And so I know I need the curly bracket back, so I'll add it back. And it looks like my schema is good. The type should be first, then it will list your items. So new step, I want to go ahead and do apply to each because I want to work with each item in this array from the parse JSON, and each item is going to be a separate row. So we'll go ahead and apply to each. And I want to take the body from my parse JSON because that'll contain all the items. And then I want to go to create item with the SharePoint connector. My list is in marketing, employee data. And then for my parse JSON, if you map it correctly, it will show the previews in the dynamic content. So first name, last name, job title, start date. And since this is a number field, the salary, it's going to show me previews of what it thinks I'm looking for. But you can actually type in the dynamic content and search for salary. All right, so we'll go ahead and click on save. I believe it should run. I'm not really expecting any issues. The JSON looks correct. And let's just everything matches. So if I try to run this on a recently used trigger, it's actually going to fail because I added. So it gives you this error, the shared SharePoint online connector. It couldn't find any valid connection because on the previous run, we did not have this SharePoint create action item and it didn't have this connection in it. So it doesn't know where to get a connection for the create item. That's why we have to rerun it manually. So it knows that, okay, we have a new connection and it'll actually ask me for the connection over here. So SharePoint, we'll go ahead and press continue, run flow. Done. As you can see, if we look at these ones, as you can see, I know what that issue is. So the issue is actually create item. Since this column is looking for a date, it actually imported the runtime value 4486 as the start date. And to correct this, we have to go back in, list rows present in table, show advanced options, and the datetime format. So I tried using a serial number. We don't want that. We want the ISO 8601 so it actually passes a date instead of a five character string. So we'll go ahead and press automatic. We will rerun it and hopefully it works this time. All right, we'll just check the parse JSON really quick. So as you can see, instead of that 5-digit string, it gave us the actual date now and it ran successfully. So as you can see, it ran 6 items. So we should go into our SharePoint list, and as you can see, it wrote all 6 items successfully from this Excel table. So the flow works, the data copied over, and everything looks good. So that is how you send data from an Excel table into a SharePoint list. I hope this video helps you out. And if you have any questions or comments regarding the JSON or like any errors you occur, just leave them in the comments because this can get a little bit tricky. So any video recommendations, feel free to comment. If you like the video, like it, subscribe, let me know how I did, and I will catch you in the next one.